Hello and welcome. I'm Lauren Lewis with Power for Parkinson's. Welcome to our Young Onset Circuit Training class. Good morning. Okay. Before we get started, let me just remind you, as always, that this is a high-energy class. It's designed for people with mild symptoms of Parkinson's disease, people that have been recently diagnosed, young onset. You need to be able to exercise standing for an hour, and you also need to be able to get on and off the floor safely. I highly encourage you to keep a chair nearby to assist you with balance issues, or exercise next to a wall, again, for your safety. For today's class, you're going to need or maybe want some paper plates if you are on a surface like a carpet. And if you're on a hard floor, maybe some hand towels, something that you can glide. We'll be using them with our legs to help us glide. You also may want to use some light weights. If you would like the resistance or the addition of light weights and don't have them, you can use water bottles or cans. They work just as well. All of our exercises can be done with or without those weights and can be done with or without the plates. The other option that I should mention is that if you want to get that additional benefit for the plates and you don't have, whatever you're using isn't working, you can take your shoes off and do them with socks and you'll get that glide. You'll be able to glide with your socks. Okay, so let's get started. We're going to, if you have not warmed up yet, please stop the video now. Go and do a nice warm-up, a good 3 or 4 minute warm-up. Start off gently to get your heart rate and body warmed up and ready for exercise. We do have some options in our video library if you'd like to go and try out one of our young onset warm-ups. That's another option for you, but it's really important that you do warm up safely to prepare your body for exercise so that you do not injure yourself. All right, let's get started. We're going to be doing a circuit of 6 exercises. Each one will be focusing on large muscles. They will all eventually, at the end, give you a full body workout. Each exercise also is specifically chosen to address various common symptoms of Parkinson's disease, and I will describe those as we go along. Our first exercise is going to be a plank, elbow to hand plank, and with a cross mountain climber. So what I mean by that, you're going to need or want your plates or towels. You're going to put them at your feet. We're going to get into a plank position. Plank position is a long line, high plank. We're going to start off high. So your hips and shoulders and legs are all in line. You're going to come down to your elbows. Now replace into a low plank. You're going to replace your elbow with your hand. So you're not just lifting here. You're moving your hand to where your elbow was. Come up, and here's my mountain climber. It's a cross mountain climber. So you're going to take one leg, cross it to the other knee, bring it back, cross it to the other knee. So once again, down, down, up, cross, cross. You can also do this if if the floor is a little difficult for you. Hands on that thigh to lift yourself up. You can also do this on the chair. By changing that diagonal, making it a little higher, makes it a little easier for some people. You may find that that is a better position for you. Nothing changes. Elbow, elbow, start down here, come back up, all the way up here, cross and cross. And the other option, you can do this against the wall. You really can. Just bringing those arms up, and then crossing. That's the higher the diagonal, that lip, the higher, a little easier for you. So decide where you are best. I'm going to grab my plates, put them on the floor. We're going to do this for 50 seconds. All of our exercises will be done a time 50 seconds. So let's get started. Our first exercise, elbow to hand planks with cross mountain climbers. Up, timer on. Timer's on. Okay, in my plank position. Down, down, up, cross each leg. Down, down, up, cross each leg. Now, the muscles we're using here, this is a full body exercise. You're going to feel this in your core. You're going to feel this in your shoulders and chest. You're going to feel this in your glutes, your legs. We're stabilizing shoulders, we're stabilizing hips. Great exercise, uses all those muscles. Stay at your pace, bring it up, bring it faster, bring it slower. Stay at your pace. try to control those hips so you're not swinging and swaying, making it a little harder by controlling those hips. And there's our timer. All right, we're gonna have to come up. So bring your stronger leg in front. This is a safe way of standing. 90-degree angle, push up, come on up. Second exercise are around the clock lunges. We're gonna not go all the way around the clock. We're gonna go to 12, 3 or 9 o'clock, and then 5 or 7 o'clock. So here's what it involves. You're gonna stand with your toes or the ball of your feet on the weight, on the plates. Your heels are on the floor so that you're sturdy and steady on the ground. Starting with that right leg, you're gonna go to 12 o'clock, sliding to 12 o'clock. Front leg is at 90, back is at 90, come on down. If you can, take your opposite arm and bring it there. Now we're gonna go to 3 o'clock, sitting back. This is a squat, sitting way back. And then we're gonna go to 7 o'clock, cross. So we've got a curtsy or a back cross lunge. And then we switch, other leg goes to 12 o'clock. Woohoo! Find your balance. This is where you may want that chair nearby. Come on down, come back in, come to 9 o'clock, sit back, and then cross behind you to 5 o'clock. That chair can go right in front of you. I'm not going to put the chair in front of me because I want you to be able to see what I'm doing. But if that chair is in front, when you come forward, you'll have that chair just for balance, and then you can go to your side and then to your back. But that chair will be in front of you to help assist you for balance. All right, I'm going to put the timer on. Remember, you're going nice and long, using those legs in a safe position. You want to try to get 90 degrees in that front leg. So here we go, all the way front. Come down to 90 degrees and in. Come out to the side, sit back. And now we slide that leg all the way back to a curtsy. Switch sides, other leg. Comes nice and big forward. Try to get 90 degrees there. Yeah? Now slide it over, sit back. And now slide it behind you. Other leg. Now, let's add an opposite arm to the leg that's moving. Woohoo! Sit back. And again, the leg, opposite leg that's in front of you. Always use the opposite arm to the leg that's going forward. All the way down, working those legs. Strengthening those legs. Now, what are we working here? We're working quadriceps on that. We're working glutes right here. Glutes, inner thigh right here. So this is really a lower body exercise. Strengthening those legs. You can see how you can really, really feel this, and you don't have to add weight at all to really get a great exercise with that. And there's our timer. Yeah, time goes by when you're having fun, right? Okay, so that's our second exercise. Let's stop that. And the next exercise we're gonna do is a wall squat against the wall. Wall squat. So you need to put yourself against the wall. A wall squat is a seated position, like a regular squat. You're going to have that invisible chair behind you. So come on back against the wall. Your back and your hips should be touching the wall the whole time. We're going to start off in what's called a scarecrow. Your arms are directly in front of you. See where my elbows are? They're out. They're touching the wall. We're going to lift up. That's the scarecrow. Now we're going to take that scarecrow into a Y. So my arms are not directly overhead, I'm making a Y. And then come back down and drop. Your legs are gonna stay in place. We're just working those legs against the wall, strengthening the legs, but we're working here as upper body. So let's put on the music. Let's find our position against the wall. Timer on. Here we go. Make sure those legs are in front of you. Make sure your feet are in front of you. If you're feeling this in your knees, walk those legs forward a little more. Arms come up into a Y, come back down and drop. I'm going to let you do a few more to feel where you are. Make sure your hips are pushing against that wall. Make sure you're not sliding and gliding. This is not a slide. This is a controlled motion. What we're working here is upper back, your trapezius. We're working shoulders, upper back, and of course our quadriceps. Our legs are working big time by just holding us up. So really, and again, this is another one of those exercises. You don't need to hold weight to feel those muscles triggered, to feel those muscles engaged, to feel those muscles working. and building. And there's our timer. Great job. Come on up off the wall. We're going to hit the floor for a plank. The next exercise is a plank to bear. Plank to a bear position. So you're going to come down to a full plank. Hands are in full plank. Your abdominals are tight. You're going to bend those knees. That's your bear. You're hovering over you're not touching. You're just hovering. Try to make sure your hips are tucked underneath you, but your back is flat. You're not round. Your back is flat. And come up. Modification, one knee at a time. You'll still really, this is a core exercise. You're going to really still feel it there. And again, this can be modified by just doing it on a slightly different angle by coming right here. And you're going to take both knees and bend them and push them away. That's the exercise. Sounds simple. Wait. Okay, here we go. 50 seconds. Come on down. Find that plank. Bend both knees if you can and push them away. This is not a fast exercise. This is very controlled. And you're going to feel this in your erectus abdominis. Those are the front abdominal muscles. Those are the muscles that hold you up. Those are the muscles that give you that beautiful six-pack. Those are the muscles that keep your tummy nice and tight and flat. Pushing through those arms and legs. Try to keep your back flat. Try to engage those hips so that they're tucked. You're not arching your back. Try to keep them in place. Stabilize the body. Hold it nice and firm. Make sure your shoulders are over your wrists. And push. Keep going. All right, it's kicking in for me. Yeah? Time. Yay. Come on back up, one leg at a time, all the way up. The next exercise we're going to do are 3 o'clock, 9 o'clock lunges, or actually skaters, because we're going to be using our plates again, or the towels, and you're going to skate to 3 o'clock, skate, come all the way down so you're in a seated back position. Try not to let that front knee, and we're going to reach forward, and then you're going to slide that leg up. That's the skater part. Slide down, opposite arm reaches, and up. This is not a cardio exercise, so I don't want you to go quickly. We've done cardio with glides before. This is not. This is a muscular exercise. We're pulling in, using glutes, using inner thigh, using abductors, gluteus minimus and maximus, using inner and outer thigh of your legs too. This is a great leg strengthening exercise. You can add your weights if you want. Here we go. Glide, sit down and pull it in. Glide, sit down and pull it in. And again, as I said, we're really using all those large muscles in the legs, strengthening and building those strong legs. Come on up. When you come up, try to stand tall so you're not putting any stress on your lower back. Reach, stand. Come on down. Now I want you to really think about going all the way to 3 o'clock and all the way to 9 o'clock. Time. Woo! All right, we've got some real strenuous exercises going today, don't we? All right, the last exercise is our cardio exercise. This is a full body exercise. Don't kill yourself. It's or kid yourself. It's not just cardio. We're using all the large muscles. We're using shoulders, arms, chest, abdominals, legs. This is an up, down, or a burpee, your choice. A burpee, most people know. Burpee, you come down to a squat, hands are on the floor. You jump out. You jump in, stand, jump, and then from here we're going to do 4 jacks. 1, 2, 3, 4. Modification, down, ups. So you come down just like we did in the burpee, but one leg at a time goes out, one leg at a time comes in, come back up, and here's your modified jack, out and in instead of jumping. So if you don't want to jump, that's fine. This can also be done on the chair for modification, just to keep that heart rate up. It's still working. Out, out, in, up, 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 up. All right, so stay at your level. See what feels right for you. This is our last exercise in our circuit. We're going to do the whole circuit again after. Here we go. Up, downs for me, no burpees. See if you can alternate those legs. Which one goes out and in? Stay up and do more jacks if that works better for you. Or just do jacks if those burpees or up and downs don't work for you. If that coming up and down makes you dizzy, stay up with those jacks. And there's your time. Whew, first round, nice job. Let's get the heart rate down. Let's grab some water. Let's get ready for our second set. This time we're going to go through the entire thing just like we did, keeping our form in mind and each muscle group that we're working in mind. Now we're going to focus a little more on the advantage for Parkinson's, what we're working for a Parkinson's symptom. Our first exercise is the hand to elbow plank with the cross the mountain climber. We're working on range of motion here. We want to make sure your body is fully extended, looking down to make sure your elbows are straight, your legs are straight. We're crossing the midline, working the brain more fully by doing those cross mountain climbers, crossing that midline, forcing the brain to talk to both sides. And we're also going toward the opposite. So that's for balance, going toward the opposite hand. So that's for balance thinking and for gait, controlling and working on gait. So I'm going to put on our timer. My heart rate's still up, you can hear it. And we'll start off with our first exercise. Think about form. Think about form, but also think about really extending those limbs. Down, down, fully extension, all the way up. Now cross those legs. Come on down, replace your hand with your elbow, yeah. And then come down. See if you can alternate your hand and your elbow so you're not always coming down on the same one. Pull your belly tight. This is all about form, strong hips and shoulders, controlling. Working a lot of balance here because we're forcing that midsection to stay controlled and in place. A lot of balance. And of course, strength, because you gotta lift that body up. Time. Thank goodness. One leg at a time. Up. Come on up. Round the clock lunges are next. Round the clock lunges. Make sure, come on up. Make sure that you're on the ball of your feet. The focus here is on taking large steps. That's why we're not just doing lunges. That's why we're using the plates because I want you to really think about getting that leg way in front. And you can do that when you're controlled and slow and you're just sitting. Slow. Bring it all the way back. Really get that leg way back, exaggerating the motion. This will remind the brain not to take those small steps that you often see with Parkinson's disease, large extended legs. So we're working our lower body strength-wise, but we're also taking large, long steps. Timer on, here we go. Opposite hand goes. Working gait once again. Working on gait. Working on opposites. The opposite hand. Now, if you want to grab those weights right now, you can come in forward with the opposite arm. Hands are just holding here, and then reaching. The weight will add more weight to the legs, making it a little more difficult, a little harder to do. And you know I'm all about making it harder. Switch legs. Slow, long motions forward. Bring it back. Sit down. Now, big slide behind you. Your pace, faster or slower, your pace. Sit back. Remember, this is all about you. Don't worry what I can do. There's our time. Oh, shucks. All right. The next exercise are the wall squats. Let me get my chair out of the way. This is about posture. Posture is one of those things that you don't think about when you think about strength training or fitness, but posture is huge. You want to make sure that you're standing tall. Posture will affect your balance. So we're strengthening all these muscles in the upper back and your back of your shoulder and your upper back by using those arms. So I'd like you to concentrate on forcing your shoulder blades not in, but down. So your arms are here, pull your shoulder blades down toward your hips. And as you reach forward, really extend your chest and shoulders, but push your shoulder blades down. And we're working, you're going to feel that today, tomorrow, in that upper back. If you do, you'll know why. All right, let's put our music on and our timer. Make sure that you're feeling this in your legs also. Remember, we are still strengthening our legs, so come on down to a nice good wall squat. Here we go. I want to really exaggerate this for me. You can add those weights or water bottles right here if you want. That's another nice addition to this, or do it on your last set if you want. Make sure your hips are on the wall. You're not pushing away from the wall. Make sure all your body weight is evenly distributed on your feet. You're not on the balls of your feet or just the heels. You're on the entire foot. And you're reaching up, opening up the chest, pulling those shoulder blades down. Reach. Try not to feel this in your neck. If you do, maybe don't go quite so high. Time. Gently push off the wall, come on up. We're hitting the floor again for our plank to bear. Core exercise. This is balance. Anytime we're in a plank, we're working balance, and balance, one of the first, as I say, week after week, one of the first symptoms that many people experience with Parkinson's. So we want to make sure that we're really triggering all those sensors in the brain and in the body to improve balance. So let's, and by the way, it also strengthens your legs while we're at it. So let's come on down and let's hit it. Starting with that high plank, bend the knees to a bear and pull away. We're also working range of motion here. Watch my legs fully extended. So I'm not bending, I'm fully extending, making sure my body is at full range, the entire range that it can possibly go. Arms are fully extended also. Belly is tight, tuck those hips underneath you. We got a lot going on here. Keep your back flat, tuck your hips underneath you, engaging all those core muscles. Tough, huh? Time. Come on up. One leg at a time. Come on up. Last exercise of strength training is our 3 o'clock, 9 o'clock. Again, you can add that weight. I'm going to add my weights this time just to make it a little more fun. And this, once again, different direction, so we're changing direction, something that does become difficult for some people with Parkinson's, so we're changing from just forward and back to a side to a side. We're going to try to really slide as nice and wide without injuring ourselves. Nice and wide, pull up, nice and wide and pull up. So we're adding a little upper body here with the weights if you want, but we're crossing that midline and going toward the opposite leg. And again, that's for gait, for walking more naturally. All right, come on, let's go. 3 o'clock to 9 o'clock. Slide. Slide. This becomes really, really muscular when you do it slow and controlled. You're moving your whole body weight, or at least half of your body weight, right? Ooh. Slide. Woo. your head and chest up so you're not dropping your head when you're exercising. Your knee stays in place. You're sitting back. This feels long. Let me check to make sure my timer's on. Oh no! Timer's not on. I thought it felt long. Oh no, it was on. It just went off. I guess it just felt long to me because it's not a favorite. I find those really, really difficult to do, so maybe that's why it felt like it was so long. All right, last exercise is our cardio. Let me get my weights out of the way. Burpee, up, downs, jacks, whatever you want, but the purpose of this is to get your heart rate up. All right, here we go. Timer on, music on. Benefit to this is reminding the body to move quickly. Very often, people find their body starts moving slow and you don't even realize it. You just don't even realize it, but we want to remind the body to move slowly and quickly, stimulating all those sensors that allow you to change speed. All right, my heart rate's definitely up. Coming up and down off the floor does it for me. Time, thank goodness. Walk it off. All right, once again, walk it off. I don't want you to hit the ground for those elbow planks till your heart rate's comfortable again. So walk it off and give it a good 30 seconds. The last exercise, round of exercises we're going to do is same thing we've done, all the large muscle groups, concentrating on the Parkinson's symptom for each one. But now I'm going to give you something else to concentrate on in addition. Just a little brain game. Our first exercise, the elbow to hand cross mountain climbers. I'd like you to count by eights. And you can just say them randomly out loud, or each time you come down, up, up, count by eights. Any way you want to do it. Counting by eights until the 50 seconds are up. How's our heart rate? Is it down a little? Are you feeling a little more comfortable? Come on down to the floor, elbow to hand. With mountain climbers, you will need these plates or towels. I will too. So let me get them in place. Here we go. Count by eights. Do you love these? I do. Keep those hips in line. Keep your arms directly underneath you. Don't let them fall forward in front of your shoulders. Time. Bring them in. One leg in front. Come on up. Around the clock. Lunges are next. Keep those plates where they are. All right, and again, you can grab the weights if you want to. For this one, around the clock, 12 o'clock, 3 or 9, 5 or 7. This time, colors. Every time you move to the front, to the back, to the side, colors. Do not repeat a color. Colors. Think about that Crayola box. All those colors. Here we go. Big long steps. Big wide steps. Cross that leg all the way. Cross it. That's important. Not just for the glutes, but also for the brain. Cross that midline. Big cross. Have you run out of colors yet? Come on, come on. You can think of it. Look around the room. That'll help. Time. All right, wall squats are next. Get these out of the way. Find yourself a place on the wall. Wall squats with those arms. You can add the weights or the bottles for this exercise. Remember, you're sitting nice and low, 90-degree angles in those legs. This time with the scarecrow. So I'm thinking things on a farm. Scarecrow, is that something you find on a farm? Okay, I don't know. I'm a city girl. Things that you find on a farm. Just keep coming up with them. Things that you would find on a farm. Okay? Come on down to 90. Make sure those feet are in front of you. This is important. You want to be good to those knees. Up to a big Y, down scarecrow. Pull your shoulder blades down, not just in. Pull them to your hips. Reach without lifting your shoulder up. Keep your shoulders in place. Keep them down. Now, I'm not feeling this enough in my legs, so I'm going to come on down and challenge myself just a little more. Oh, yeah, now I'm feeling it. Now I may be sorry. Because I still have quite a bit of time left on my timer. Farm. It doesn't have to be animals. It can be anything you find on a farm. Time. Carefully, gently walk it in and come on up. We're going back to the floor for our plank to bear. So find your spot on the floor. I thought this was going to be a fun one. I think you're going to like it too. I want you to think of songs whose title is a question. The title is a question. I'm going to give you the first one to get you going. Who let the dogs out? Okay, you got it? You got the idea? Planks to bear, as many songs as you can think of whose the title asks a question. By the way, Beatles songs have a lot of questions. Just to give you a little hint again. Bend and push. Now think about your back. Keep those hips tilted underneath you. Keep those legs fully extended. Slow this down so it becomes a little more muscular. Songs that ask a question. You can do this on the chair. That's not cheating. Remember, you can also alternate legs. If you find it's just getting too much for you, alternate legs one at a time. Not cheating, working at your pace. That's the best. Working at your pace is the best way to work. You'll get so much more out of it when you work for you, not for the instructor. And there's our time. Come on down. One leg in front, 3 o'clock, 9 o'clock lunges with those plates. All right, so what shall we do for this one? Let's think of things that you save, things that people save. I don't know what else to say about that, just things that people like to save or need to save, I don't know. Okay, 3 o'clock, 9 o'clock, grab your weights if you want. And here we go. Go. Nice big long stretch. Big long stretch. Glide and in. Glide and in. Try to widen those legs a little more while you're thinking of things people save. Make sure that you're sitting back, that your knee is not going in front of the plate. And that chair, you can put that chair in front of you. That's not cheating either. That's keeping safe. Working balance. Time. The last exercise is our cardio. Get all your equipment out of your way so you can move. I'm going to use my chair this time for a little more modification for me. Stay at your pace. Do what is right for you. We just want to get that heart rate up, reminding the brain to move quickly. Okay? And we're burning calories, so what better combination, right? Here we go. I want to get that heart rate up, so I'm really going to push it. Heart rate up. Almost done. You did a great job today. Stay with it. We're almost done. Every day you can exercise. You are bettering yourself, getting stronger, feeling better, hopefully delaying some of these symptoms that you may be experiencing, slowing them down. Good for you. Let's walk it off. Woo! Walk it off nice and easy. As I like to say, the best way to get that heart rate down is to join me and slow the breathing down. So we're going to take one deep in breath, 4 slow exhales. Come on, join me. Here we go. Please keep walking as we do this, and I'm going to do it again. Good. Let's do it one more time together. Hopefully, you are now feeling that your heart rate is coming down, your breathing is a little more comfortable. Grab some water, wipe off. Let's stretch a little together. I'm going to ask you to come on down to the floor to stretch for today, just for something a little different. So, let's start off on our belly. So we're going to start off on the floor on your belly. We're going to start off with a lower back stretch. So we're going to come up into a cobra. Chin is down. Just gently try to get your elbows off the floor. We're just stretching out your abdominals, actually working your lower back, but stretching out your abdominals from all that plank work. We're lengthening these muscles right here. So just gently. I don't want you to feel a strain in your lower back. I just want you to feel a lift in your abdominals. Just stretching out those abdominals. And let's just hold it for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, pushing your shoulders down, 2, and 1. All right, now we're going to take that and reverse it and stretch out our lower back, which was just being used a little. So let's bring those knees underneath, slowly and gently, keeping your arms where they are. Sit down onto your heels. This is child's pose. Dropping your chin if you can and just hold this stretch. And as we're holding it, let's work on our vocal strength while we're holding this and just say ooh for, I don't know, until I finish. Ready? Ooh. All right, nice job. Good. Slowly and gently come up. Let's stretch out our shoulders while we're in this position. One arm at a time, keeping your hips where they are, right over those knees. Drop your chest into the floor. This is going to feel great in your chest and your shoulders from all those shoulder work we did against the wall. Just hold it here and let's count backwards from 10. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, push it out, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Slowly and gently roll up out of that position. Take your one leg directly in front of you. So you're on one knee and you're on the other leg is extended. Now for some of you, if you have any knee problems at all, you may want to come up to a standing position so you're not putting all that weight on that knee. And if you're up here, then I'm going to ask you to come all the way up so that you're not in a rounded back position. So this is your choice, up here or down here on your knee with a straight leg in front. This is a hamstring and calf exercise. So let's stay right here and let's say ah. Good, all right. We're just going to switch legs. So we're going to bring this leg underneath you and this leg in front, or if you're standing, just bring that other leg right here. Nothing changes. Your upper body is nice and tall. Either way, you're leaning gently into it. And let's count to 10 in Spanish. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Gently roll up if you're standing. And let's all just stand up, actually. So if you're down here, your leg was here, let's bring that into a bent position. Both hands on that knee. Come on up and join us, those of us that are already standing. Now, we're going to work on our glutes. You're going to just gently bring one leg crossing over the other leg at the knee. And you may want that chair here for balance. And we're just going to sit back. It's a great stretch for your glutes. And we did a lot of glutes today, all that curtsies, all those back lunges, and the 3 o'clock, 9 o'clock lunges also. So I'm going to bring this over here because my balance is not that good. And hold it right here. And let's say O, just the letter O. O. And release, switching sides. Nothing else changes. Stay right where you are. Cross the other leg. If crossing the knee doesn't work for you, you can do this seated. That's no problem. Exact same exercise, just cross it here. And if crossing at the knee doesn't work for you, I should have mentioned that earlier, cross it here at the shin or even at the ankle. As long as that knee is out to the side, you're still triggering and stretching out that glute. So bring that leg all the way out to the side, leaning slightly into it without exaggerating or stressing. And let's just say E. Gently release and roll up, both legs on the floor. Let's go into a full body stretch. Bring those arms completely overhead. Open up your fingers. Open up your arms. Try to get those arms all the way over by your shoulders. Let's lift the shoulders as high as you can up by your ears. Let's try to come all the way up to the top of your toes. Now we're engaging and strengthening and lengthening all those muscles in the front and back of your leg. We're working calves. We're working quadriceps and glutes. We're stretching out our midsection, our core. Feel your chest and shoulders. Feel your upper back, your biceps, your triceps, your hands. Everything is reaching, lifting, lengthening. Good. Come on down gently. Soften those legs. Drop your shoulders to your ears, back away from your ears. Take those arms, push them away. Join me as we finish with a big yay, because we are done. Yay! All right, give yourself a hand. Nice job today. If you had a good time, please make sure to give us a thumbs up. Also, if you have not subscribed, there's a little blue button on the bottom. It does not cost you anything. But by pressing that button, subscribing to our channel, it changes the algorithms and allows other people to find us more readily. There's not a lot out there for young onset, so I encourage you to help other people find us so they can enjoy our community as well. Any problems, questions, or compliments? Remember, there's a comment bar underneath. You can do this whether we're on live or not, anytime. You have some questions or any comments you'd like to add, please feel free. Let us know how you're doing or what you think we can improve this program. We are so appreciative for your encouragement, your support. Thank you all so much, and I will see you next week. Have a great, safe week. Bye-bye.